It was
It was 1996 when I started first grade at PS29.
First grade at PS29.
My best friend was Amir
My
al-Mukhtar.
best friend was Zachary Lennon-Simon. He was born in Brooklyn.
He was born in Yemen. We were in a play called The Bonza. There are two groups of animals, the tigers and the goats. They were not on pleasant terms.
One goat and one tiger became closest friends, even though their parents told them not to.
By the way, I'm half Jewish.
I'm Muslim, and I was a tiger.
And I was a tiger. My one line in this play was, "Does that mean we can't play with the other tigers?"
The first thing you said to me was like, do you like the Knicks or something? And I was just like, okay, I don't know. I don't even know who the Knicks were.
I think we traded basketball cards a lot. Yeah. Under the desk.
And we threw like those little dinosaurs at each other.
Right, I forgot that.
I describe Amir friendship with you and other kids. They are very nice, very good people. And I think so in that time, it was not that kind of racism like now.
I remember sometimes watching the kids and seeing who would become friends, and how sometimes you'd see children and you'd know that their families came from countries that maybe were, you know, in a war with one another, and yet there were those two children, just the best of friends.
Why'd you become friends with me?
You were the only boy at the table, I guess? I don't know.
Oh, thanks. Nice.
And you threw stuff at me. And you're the one that ever said anything to me.
So, because I threw dinosaurs at you,
And you said something to me. Because as soon as I sat down,
and I said
Yasmin was
something
like,
to you,
Yasmin was like, ew, you're a boy. And Octavia was like, yeah, you have cooties.
So we became best friends because of a fear of cooties. When we graduated from PS29, we headed off to the same middle school. We were both glad to know that we were going to be able to hang out with each other more often. We couldn't wait for our first gym class in middle school. But 4 days into the school year, the Twin Towers were attacked. We were stuck in a science class, and they wouldn't tell us anything. And we didn't know anything.
They just told us not, they just said, don't go to your next period and just remain in your classes. It was a calm voice and they didn't say anything really. And then the students got picked up. Like after the third student got picked up, then it was like, okay, what's going on?
Did you talk to your father? Did you?
I asked him like, why am I getting picked up? And he was just like, because the Twin Towers were attacked. And I was like, okay. So like, who did it? And they're like, we don't know. Okay, and is mom safe?
I walked from the 46th Street to the Brooklyn, walking by myself. And of course, I'm wearing a scarf, as you see me. But what I did, I took a cup and took my scarf. No, of course, no one can see me. And I walked with my friend, but I saw the people in the street, they were so angry.
We were already a little bit anxious about everything, and then of course on September 11th it was such a horrible, horrible day, and that kind of changed everything. I mean, you know, here we thought the thing to be nervous about was whether or not you could cross the street and go get a slice of pizza for lunch, and you know, on that day we learned there were so many other things to be afraid of.
You still become with Amr stronger, and your relationship, it showed me there is people who knows about the Arab, about the Islam.
Do you remember any like students acting differently to you after September 11th?
well, Ben.
Ben, no, I don't remember what he did though. I remember he was cheating a lot at handball and things, so we didn't like him for that.
Well, I didn't know him before 9/11.
Not liking him.
But I just assumed like if 9/11 didn't happen, he wouldn't call me a terrorist.
My son, he doesn't tell me what's going on or how the people treating him. And he never complained to me anything. But like later, when I heard between you and him some conversation, I find he get a lot of the trade or something like this because he's Arab.
Before, I remember we were going to Nana's Pizza for something.
Oh, that's disgusting.
I forget his name, but this kid, he like walked up to you and he's like, "Hey, you're Muslim, right?" And you were like he did the shifty thing, like, maybe. And he's like, "You should watch out." And you're like, "Why?" And you're like, you should watch yourself. I'm like, okay, thanks for the good advice. We're gonna go eat pizza. Like, we had no idea what he was talking about. I thought he meant like he was gonna jump us for a handball or something.
As opposed to saying, "You're ugly," they'd be like, "You're a terrorist." And I'm like, oh, okay.
Here the people, they don't know about the Arab countries or the Islam, nothing. Only they are hearing what's the media saying, only.
While the rest of the world was going nuts at just the sight of a man with a turban, I still stayed friends with Amir. When Ramadan came around, I decided to fast with him. I did it out of solidarity. He was my best friend, and besides, I really liked the food he got when the fast was over. But I still did not understand why he wouldn't respond when people would call him a terrorist, partly because of some of my own experiences. When people say something to me, because I'm like half Jewish,
So what?
like if people say something to me, I kind of feel like I have to like correct them.
No, don't do that. They want to test your they want to test your how you are. Believe me, these people only they are jealous because you are smart or something, or you are good than them, or they don't know.
So you don't mind being called a terrorist?
I mean, it's not that I don't mind. Of course I mind if I'm like walking down the street and someone's calling me a terrorist, just like any other person would mind if they're walking down the street and they're getting verbally harassed. But I don't know. The way I think about it is just like, you know, they lack knowledge in this field, so they're gonna be afraid.
He is like a papagay. You know papagay? He listens this word and he's giving this word to other people. That's it. If he is educated person, he will not say this word to anyone.
You live in America where you can get all sorts of different, there's like a myriad of outlets for you to read about like Islam and to understand it, and you're just gonna believe what Fox News tells you, which we all know, you know, not one-sided at all.
When I came here, I was surprised that I connecting everything with the religion. Why? Why? What the religion did for you? What? Here, because here the point, the people doesn't know. They can't, you know, they can't understand religion or something, or from where, or the colors, or we are all here human being.
I don't pity them. It's just, come on, come up with something better. Like, all right, great. So I'm a terrorist. Now what?
I am happy because my son is a friend of you. I'm very happy. Doesn't make for me any sense. You are Jewish or Christian or that. I think so. It's for me. You are the best friend, my son, even though you are not Muslim.
When we were in first grade, our teacher wrote a play based on the Haitian folktale The Banza.
She was trying to teach us the lesson that people from different backgrounds could be friends.
Even at age 6, Amir and I already knew this because we felt we were more alike than we were different. In the play, the Tiger Clan and the Goat Clan become friends
Because of the friendship of one little tiger and one little goat.
but in our classroom there were no clans.
Children from all different backgrounds were friends with the other children based on personality or shared interest, not background.
In our eyes, we did not see any difference between ourselves. It was just like playing with the other tigers.